Good morning, everyone. I am so happy to see you again. Well, we have a laundry list of house and garden projects to tackle today. Let's see. We need to deep clean the walls, window hangings, mirrors, and chandeliers in the parlor. We just had the floor redone in that 200-year-old room, so there's a lot of dust there. Touch up the paint on the parlor baseboards. Not sure we will get to that today. Install the new ironing board cover that a very kind viewer sent. Iron the dinner and cocktail napkins that another very kind viewer sent. Set up some jute twine netting for my snapdragons so they won't fall over during a heavy rainstorm. Pull up the spent cilantro, plant French filet green beans, and make a sweet reward for doing all of this work. So please hang out with me. I think we will have a good time today. And the sweet treat du jour is a 10-minute lime cracker pie from Kenji Lopez Alt. And I may end up doing the recipe in a voiceover because we are having some serious work being done on the entrance hall right now. And the first thing I need is some lime zest. We need 1 tablespoon of zest for the recipe, plus extra zest for the garnish. So I zested 6 limes here just to make sure I have enough zest for both the custard mixture and the garnish. Next, we need a half cup of freshly squeezed lime juice. And the recipe says that's about 8 limes. I can tell you right now that this lime cracker pie exceeded all of my expectations. The buttery Ritz crackers softened up beautifully, and the salt they contain balanced out the sweetness. I will make this simple but sophisticated dessert again and again. Now we need to make the pudding. It's not really a custard because there are no eggs. We start with 2 14-ounce cans of sweetened condensed milk. I've heard that sweetened condensed milk is wonderful in hot coffee. I have to try that someday. Then we need to whisk in 2 cups of heavy cream. Already this looks very luxurious. This is pretty thick now, but there's going to be a chemical reaction when we add the lime juice. So this is beginning to really thicken up. Look at this. It's almost like whipped cream now because of the lime juice. I also need to whisk in about 1 tablespoon of this lime zest. So this looks fantastic and it smells just heavenly because of the lime zest. And it's all uphill from here. My dog Avery has a serious sweet tooth. She also loves dairy. So she's very curious about what we are making right now. And if she starts barking with excitement, well, please forgive me. So now we need to add about 1 cup of this luxurious mixture to a deep dish pie plate. This is a layered dessert. It's the pudding plus Ritz crackers. And you need 285 grams of Ritz crackers. I did weigh these out. It's about 10 ounces of Ritz crackers. And then you just put a layer of the crackers on top of the pudding mixture. And then we continue layering the pudding and the crackers, finishing with a layer of pudding. Well, this is certainly a fun dessert to make. And mercifully, there is no baking whatsoever required for this dessert. Now, I think the recipe writer may have used a larger deep dish pie plate, if such a thing exists, than I'm using, because I still have leftover crackers, but just enough of the pudding to do a final layer on top. Or maybe you were supposed to use multiple layers of crackers between the layers of pudding. In any event, I think this is going to be fabulous. Now, this goes into the refrigerator to set up and to allow the crackers to soften and meld with the pudding for about 2 hours. Or you could do this overnight. So I'm going to pop this into the refrigerator, and then we can get started cleaning the parlor. And before we head into the parlor, I'm going to eat one of these Ritz crackers. As you may recall from a previous episode, we recently refinished the ancient wood floor in the parlor. Although the contractor covered the window hangings and mirrors in the room before he started the project, there is still a lot of sawdust on every surface. I want to thank the enterprising individuals who invented the extendable handled dust mop and the cordless handheld vacuum cleaner. Both of these items have reduced my labor in this parlor. I'm grateful for the viewer who told me about this white green cloth. Here, I'm using the cloth to clean and polish the parlor mirrors, chandelier, and tables. The cloth cleans glass surfaces like mirrors and windows without any streaking. I can link the cloth in the description below if you are interested. There must be 100 crystal prisms on this chandelier. I lost count. Now that the parlor is clean, we can head out to the garden. I want to arrange netting over the snapdragons there. I recently learned that people who grow flowers for the floral industry often use netting to mitigate damage during wind and rainstorms. The netting ensures that flowers will grow upright with perfectly straight stems. I bought this jute twine netting on Amazon. The openings in the netting are about 5 inches wide. There is no danger of birds becoming trapped in the netting, as it sits well above ground level. This is my first time installing such netting, and I quickly realized that I needed to install 2 more stakes to secure it, in addition to the 4 that I had already installed. I can tell you that 1 week after we filmed this video, all of the flowering stems of the snapdragons are growing straight up through the openings in the netting. Flowers with straight stems are ideal for cut flower arrangements. Since we are outside, we might as well pull up the cilantro that has gone to flower. I will also harvest the royal purple radishes in the same bed. Next week, you and I can plant more cilantro and radish seeds. Then I want to plant some French filet green beans. These are the really skinny, tender green beans, and the variety is called Tavera. Pull up any little weeds here first. And I am loving the drip irrigation that you and I installed together. Oh, so many worms in here. I love it. And I just spilled about 15 seeds. Mission accomplished. I have set up my ironing board here in the dining room because a very kind viewer, her name is Melanie Faye Johnson, sent me ironing board covers. And I'm so glad she did, because I bought this ironing board with its cover for, I think, $1 at a tag sale many years ago. And it's high time I have a nice cover for it. And she sent me 2 because she wasn't sure what size my ironing board is. I'm not sure what size it is either. So let's try this one. Now, I do not solicit gifts from viewers, but I'm always appreciative when someone sends me something. And I think Melanie saw that I had this ratty ironing board cover, and she decided to take care of that for me. And I really appreciate that. So do I take the old cover off first, or do I put this one on? Maybe I put it right on top of this one. And she certainly got the color right, because I love blue and white. I guess this end goes here, the pointy end. Well, it looks like it's going to work. It has a Velcro strap. Can you tell that I have never installed an ironing board cover in my life? I love new experiences. I absolutely love this ironing board cover. And I think this cover is probably the larger, yes, it's the larger size. And I can gift this. While we are on the subject of ironing, I want to thank the very kind mystery viewer who sent me these absolutely beautiful and very large dinner napkins. I love them. Now, I say mystery viewer because a package arrived, I think it was from Amazon, that had the dinner napkins plus these wonderful white cocktail napkins. But there was no note as to who sent them. So if you sent these napkins, let me thank you right now. So let's give this ironing board cover a spin. And I wanted to show you that on these napkins is a little tiny honeybee floating above what looks like a flower meadow. I also want to thank Gloria Sousa, who sent me more of these absolutely fabulous blue and white napkins. Actually, they match this ironing board cover. She had sent 4 of these previously, and her note says, "Hi, Kevin. Enjoyed your segment on ironing napkins. Thought I'd send a few more to round out your set of 4 to 12. Hope you enjoy." Well, Gloria, I will most definitely enjoy having 12 of these napkins, and I'm already using the 4 that you sent. We are certainly accomplishing a lot today, and now I think we should go to the local flower store and make a very simple flower arrangement for the music room table. The green branches I'm inserting here are from my own garden. They will add bulk to the arrangement and help to hold each flower stem in place. To enhance our arrangement, I'm gathering pink and blue larkspur from the garden. This is the larkspur that you and I planted together from seed in late winter. Larkspur's delicate spires of bloom bring me tremendous joy. Well, I think this looks fairly respectable for some inexpensive flowers and some free flowers and greens from my own garden. I'm going to set the flowers over here, and then we can brew some tea and put together our afternoon treat. I'm eager to tuck into that lime cracker pie. And for this lime cracker pie, I think this citrus green tea from Tierra Farm will go very nicely. I have a dessert goblet here. Keep this out of the reach of Avery and into the music room. I never add milk to my green tea, and besides, there's already enough dairy in this lime cracker pie. A delightful tea. Taste test. I can already tell the Ritz crackers have softened appreciably. Oh my goodness. This is creamy. There's a little bit of texture from the Ritz crackers. And surprisingly, it's not very sweet at all. And of course, the lime juice and the lime zest contribute a magnificent perfume. This is a very refreshing summertime dessert. So let's see what we can check off of today's to-do list. We vacuumed the window hangings in the parlor. We vacuumed the carpet in the parlor. We cleaned the mirrors and the chandelier in the parlor. We did not touch up the parlor baseboards with paint, but we can do that in another episode. We installed the ironing board covers. We ironed some of the new napkins, and again, thank you so much for sending them. We set up netting for the snapdragons so they won't fall over during a rainstorm. We pulled up the spent cilantro. We planted French filet green beans. We made this flower arrangement, and we made this absolutely magnificent and ridiculously simple summertime dessert. And again, I will put the recipe, I will put the link for this recipe in the description box below. Thank you so much for spending time with me today as we tackled all of the projects and arranged the flowers and made the dessert. We do a lot of cooking, gardening, and home decor projects on this channel. So if you have not yet subscribed, I hope you will do so. And please be sure to tap the notification bell so that you can be notified every time I upload a new video. Also, please leave a comment because I love to hear your thoughts. And until next time, please treat yourself very, very well. And I will see you very soon, my friends. Bye for now.